Hello, aspirants, and welcome to today's Rungta IAS Academy Explainer. I'm your faculty host, Sir, and joining me today is Ma'am. We have got a really fantastic session lined up for you, focusing on a high-yield topic for your General Studies Paper 2, specifically international relations. Today, we're decoding Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent, highly strategic stopover in the United Arab Emirates. From a mains perspective, let us tell you, this isn't just a visit. It's an absolute masterclass in diplomacy that you simply must grasp.
Right off the bat, let's look at the central question we are tackling today. How does a brief stopover in Abu Dhabi reshape India's strategic footprint in West Asia? Sir, this is precisely the kind of analytical question the UPSC mains or your personality test board will throw at you. To secure those maximum marks, we have to look way beyond the surface-level handshakes and really unpack the concrete framework agreement signed during this trip. So, setting the context here, the Prime Minister traveled to the UAE as the crucial first leg of a massive week-long five-nation tour. A tour that also covered the Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, and Italy. That's right. And here we see the ceremonial reception with UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, commonly referred to as MBZ. Now, aspirants, you really have to appreciate the immense diplomatic weight of choosing Abu Dhabi as the launching pad for such an extensive international tour. It sends a very clear message.
Let's dive right into Pillar 1, Strategic Defense Cooperation Framework.
Now, as Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri pointed out, this framework didn't just happen overnight. It was actually proposed earlier, during President MBZ's visit to New Delhi back in January. Indeed, ma'am. Aspirants, please take a quick screenshot of these exact areas of cooperation outlined by the Ministry of External Affairs. When you are writing your mains answers, you absolutely must use these specific keywords: interoperability, maritime security, and cyber defense. Spot on, sir. Hitting these precise terms shows the examiner that you truly understand how our armed forces engagement is moving deeply into a shared strategic calculus. And the absolutely crucial point here, ma'am, is how this relationship is evolving. They are strengthening collaboration well beyond routine military exercises. Exactly, sir. Moving into joint defense manufacturing, technology sharing, and equipment collaboration is a massive leap up. This level of industrial partnership demonstrates immense trust and, quite frankly, a very serious long-term commitment to mutual security. Moving on to Pillar 2, boosting energy security. As future administrators, you are well aware that energy security is a critical vulnerability for India, given our heavy reliance on imports. Securing stable energy supply chains is literally paramount. And just notice the massive scale here, 30 million. Officials confirmed that a major standout outcome of this visit is boosting India's strategic petroleum reserves by up to 30 million barrels. Having this kind of buffer is absolutely vital for insulating the Indian economy from any sudden global supply shocks. To ensure you can easily recall this factual matrix under immense exam pressure, let's map out the exact entities. On the UAE side, we have the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, or ADNOC, signing two crucial MOUs. Correct? And on our side, it's the Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Limited. Aspirants, make sure you memorize that these agreements cover crude oil storage in India, potential crude storage facilities in the UAE itself, and essential liquefied natural gas, or LNG supplies. Which brings us to Section 3, Geopolitical Dynamics, the Middle East Balancing Act. You see, moving beyond bilateral trade, the Middle East requires a highly calibrated diplomatic posture, especially given the current extreme volatility. During the visit, the Prime Minister firmly stated, and I quote, "We condemn the attacks on the UAE. The way the UAE has been targeted is not acceptable." Unquote. This right here is a brilliant analytical point for your answers. He expressed very clear support for the UAE, which had taken the brunt of retaliatory attacks by Iran following strikes by the US and Israel. Yet, by specifically praising the UAE's restraint and offering India's steady support for peace efforts, it perfectly showcases India's role as a principled, stabilizing voice in a volatile region. Finally, let's look at our GS Paper 2 and interview takeaway. Before we sign off, I leave you with this high-level mock interview prompt to ponder. Considering the recent defense and energy pacts, evaluate the evolution of the India-UAE relationship from a transactional to a strategic partnership in the context of Middle Eastern volatility. When you frame your answer for this, make sure you synthesize that 30 million barrel energy pact, the defense interoperability framework, and India's careful diplomatic balancing act. Think critically about how all these elements interconnect like pieces of a giant puzzle. Keep studying hard, keep revising your notes, and we'll see you in our next explainer.